Evelyn and James, childhood friends, inseparable since kindergarten, sharing secrets, dreams, and laughter. Their bond deepened with time. High school arrived. Friendship blossomed into love. Innocent glances turned into stolen kisses. Their world revolved around each other, a love story unfolding. They spent countless hours together, sharing dreams of the future. Their families knew. Their love was undeniable. But with their senior year ending, pressure mounted. The future loomed, filled with uncertainty. James, a gifted artist, always found solace in his sketches. From a young age, he could lose himself for hours in the world of colors and lines, creating masterpieces that spoke volumes about his inner world. His dream was clear and unwavering. He yearned to study at the prestigious Art Institute of Chicago, a place where he believed his talents would truly flourish. On the other hand, Evelyn, a brilliant writer, had her own aspirations. Her words had the power to move hearts and minds, and she had always dreamed of becoming a renowned journalist. When she received her acceptance letter to Columbia University's journalism program, it felt like the world was finally recognizing her potential. Both James and Evelyn were on the brink of achieving their dreams, but their paths were leading them in different directions. Their dreams were pulling them apart, and their families, though supportive, urged them to think practically. Focus on your futures, they advised. Love can wait, but careers shouldn't. The advice was sound, but it didn't make the decision any easier. Evelyn and James found themselves wrestling with their choices, torn between their love for each other and their ambitions. They spent countless hours discussing their future, trying to find a way to make both their dreams and their relationship work. The thought of separation was unbearable, yet the idea of giving up on their dreams was equally painful. They were torn between love and ambition, each pulling them in opposite directions. The nights were filled with sleeplessness and agonizing conversations as they tried to navigate this difficult crossroads in their lives. The weight of their decisions hung heavily on their shoulders. They knew that whatever choice they made would shape their futures in profound ways. The fear of making the wrong decision was paralyzing, but amidst the turmoil, there was a sense of determination. They both knew that their dreams held equal importance, and they were committed to finding a way to honor both their love and their ambitions. Days turned into sleepless nights, filled with agonizing conversations and heartfelt confessions. They were on a journey to find a balance, to create a future where both their dreams and their love could coexist. It was a path filled with uncertainty, but also with hope. The decision was made. With heavy hearts, they chose their paths, a tearful promise to stay in touch, to keep their love alive. The day James left for Chicago, a somber goodbye at the bus station, Evelyn's heart shattered. Years passed. They navigated their new lives, letters filled with longing, phone calls filled with a bittersweet joy. Their bond remained strong, but the distance took its toll. Evelyn excelled at Columbia. She was a bright student, always eager to learn and explore new ideas. Her professors admired her dedication, and her peers often sought her help with their studies. She was not just a student, she was a beacon of inspiration for many. She wrote for the university newspaper, her talent undeniable. Her articles were filled with passion and insight, often sparking conversations across the campus. She had a way with words that could captivate anyone who read them. Her writing was not just a hobby, it was her voice, her way of making a difference. James flourished at the Art Institute. His creativity knew no bounds. He spent countless hours in the studio, perfecting his craft. His professors were in awe of his talent, and his classmates often looked up to him for inspiration. He was not just an artist, he was a visionary. His art captured raw emotion. Each piece he created told a story, evoking deep feelings in those who viewed it. His work was displayed in galleries, and people from all over came to see his masterpieces. His art was not just a form of expression, it was a window into his soul. They shared their successes through letters. Each letter was filled with stories of their achievements, their struggles, and their dreams. They poured their hearts out on paper, finding solace in each other's words. Their letters were not just a means of communication, they were a lifeline, a connection that kept them close despite the miles that separated them. Each word a precious connection, but a void remained. Dating others felt wrong. They tried to move on, to find happiness with other people, but it was never the same. There was always something missing, a piece of their heart that belonged to someone else. Their letters were a reminder of the love they once shared, a love that still lingered in their hearts. They compared everyone to their first love. No one else could measure up to the bond they had. They found themselves constantly reminiscing about the past, about the moments they shared and the dreams they built together. Their first love was a benchmark, a standard that no one else could meet, the love that haunted their thoughts. It was a love that refused to fade, a love that stayed with them no matter how much they tried to forget. They thought about each other often, wondering what could have been, what might still be. Their love was a ghost, a constant presence in their lives. The years passed in a blur. Graduation arrived. New cities, new jobs. They embarked on new journeys, chasing their dreams and building their futures. But no matter where they went or what they did, the memory of their love was always with them. It was a part of who they were, a part of their story. Yet the memory of their love lingered. It was a love that transcended time and distance, a love that was as real and as powerful as it had ever been. They held on to their letters, cherishing the words that had once brought them so much joy. Their love was a testament to the power of connection, a reminder that true love never really fades. Section 5. Lost in the City. New York City, a sprawling metropolis, a place where dreams are made and broken. The city that never sleeps, where the lights are always bright and the streets are always bustling with life. Evelyn moved to New York City, the city that never sleeps. She arrived with a suitcase full of dreams and a heart full of hope. The towering skyscrapers and the endless sea of people were both intimidating and exhilarating. She was ready to conquer the world, one story at a time. She landed her dream job, a journalist for a renowned magazine. The office was a hive of activity, with reporters typing furiously on their keyboards and editors shouting out orders. Evelyn thrived in the chaos, her passion for storytelling driving her to uncover the city's hidden gems and untold stories. James, now a struggling artist, followed his muse to the same bustling city. Fateful, perhaps. He spent his days in a small loft, painting the city's vibrant energy onto his canvases. The streets of New York were his inspiration, each corner a new adventure, each face a new story waiting to be told. They were strangers in a familiar city, each lost in the crowd. Evelyn and James walked the same streets, passed by the same landmarks, yet their paths never crossed. The city was a maze, and they were both trying to find their way, both seeking solace in their work, trying to forget the pain of their past. Evelyn buried herself in her articles, each word a step away from her old life. James found comfort in his art, each brushstroke a release from his struggles. They frequented the same cafes, their favorite spots to work and find a moment of peace in the city's chaos. They walked the same streets, frequented the same cafes, unaware of the other's presence. The city was vast, yet their lives were intertwined in ways they couldn't see. Each day they came closer to crossing paths, their stories inching towards a meeting that could change everything. In the city that never sleeps, where millions of lives intersect, Evelyn and James were just two souls, lost in the city, searching for their place in the world. One rainy afternoon, their paths crossed. At a crowded art gallery in Soho, James stood by his latest piece. A wave of emotions washed over Evelyn. It was his work. She recognized his style instantly. Their eyes met across the room. Time stood still. The years melted away. It was as if no time had passed at all. Evelyn's heart raced. James felt a surge of recognition. Their connection, undeniable. "Evelyn?" James whispered, his voice trembling. "James?" Evelyn's eyes welled with tears. He rushed to her side. Words tumbled out. Years of unspoken feelings. The pain of separation. The joy of finding each other again. They spent the evening catching up, sharing stories, dreams, and regrets. The spark was still there, stronger than ever. They realized their love had never truly faded. It had been buried, but not extinguished. Fear threatened their newfound happiness. The fear of getting hurt again. The fear of repeating past mistakes. But their love was stronger than fear. They decided to give it another chance. Their second first date. A walk through Central Park. The city lights twinkled, just like the stars on the night they met. They knew this time was different. They were older, wiser, and ready to fight for their love. Evelyn and James. Their love story, once lost, now found. Proof that true love never fades. It was a testament to the enduring power of connection. Their journey taught them that some bonds are meant to be. They vowed to never let go again, to cherish every moment together. Their love story, a beacon of hope, a reminder that sometimes the greatest love stories are the ones we thought we had lost.